The former porn star who tried to smear President Donald Trump is back in the limelight. After exploiting the media, Stormy Daniels is now facing the music. What her lawyer is saying is the epitome of irony. Oh, I'm sure you remember Stormy Daniels. The woman's claim to fame was her numerous appearances in adult films. That's hardly something to be proud of. But as her career began to rapidly fade, as is the case of all aging adult film stars, she sought out a new reason to be famous. Daniels claimed to have an illicit affair with Donald Trump many years ago, although the alleged affair, which she has not yet proven, was long before Trump was president. The media made a big deal about it. Of course, they did. Daniels claimed Trump's lawyer forced her to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which she violated in order to speak to the press. She also made the wild claims that a strange man approached her, threatening her to stay silent. Obviously, the media turned this into a circus. Despite the shocking lack of fire, they made a bunch of smoke. In the end, Daniels proved nothing. Americans didn't care about a consensual, alleged, relationship between this woman and Donald Trump. Nothing illegal happened, except when Daniels broke her NDA. That didn't stop her scheming lawyer to make as much noise about the issue as possible. Both he and Daniels thought this controversy would take them all the way to the bank. But when the fake news media realized nobody cared, they dropped them like hot lead. But that's okay. Stormy's back in the news. This time, though, it has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Instead, the former porn star is in jail. Surprise, surprise. Michael Avenatti, the lawyer for adult film star Stormy Daniels, vowed to fight the bogus charges his client faces after she was apparently arrested early Thursday while performing at an Ohio strip club, in what he blasted as a setup that was politically motivated. Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, was arrested for allegedly allowing a customer to touch her while on stage in a non-sexual manner, Avenatti tweeted, with the hashtags setup and basta, which is Italian for enough. Source: Fox News. Just RCVD word that my client at Stormy Daniels was arrested in Columbus, Ohio while performing the same act she has performed across the nation at nearly 100 strip clubs. This was a setup and politically motivated. It reeks of desperation. We will fight all bogus charges. #basta. Michael Avenatti, at Michael Avenatti, July 12, 2018. Was it politically motivated? Probably not. Police have real criminals to go after. Avenatti is delusional. He still thinks the entire world is very concerned over the Stormy Daniels story. We're not. We don't care. Most likely this is a heaping dose of karma for the disgraced actress and her corrupt lawyer. But get a load of what Avenatti said next. You're going to love this. Are you kidding me? They are devoting law enforcement resources to sting operations for this. There has to be higher priorities, Avenatti said in another tweet, appearing to suggest a setup. Source: Fox News. What an outrage, right, Michael? I mean, wasting government resources on a completely bogus and pointless situation? It's almost as bad as stirring up the media on a decades-old story, just to push yourself into the limelight. I can't believe this corrupt lawyer can't see the irony in his own tweets. He and his client have tried to milk a fabricated controversy, all to undermine the Donald Trump White House. Avenatti didn't care how much damage he and Daniels might have caused to our government, so long as they got their day in the Sunday. Now, he's suddenly upset that a police department would waste resources on a sting against his client? Suck it up, Buttercup. You brought this on yourself. Daniels was topless when she knowingly touched a female Columbus police officer's buttocks, placed her hands on the officer's breast and then put her chest in the officer's face while on the premise of a sexually oriented business, according to charging documents from the Franklin County Municipal Court obtained by WBNS. A 2007 state law called the Community Defense Act prohibits dancers from touching customers and vice versa, excluding immediate family members. Source: Fox News. Sounds pretty cut and dry to me, Avenatti. Your client broke the law. Someone who works in the sex industry should know basic rules like that. But the lawyer goes on to embarrass himself some more. The porn star's lawyer said the arrest reeks of desperation, and said Daniels was performing the same routine she had done at nearly 100 strip clubs throughout the country. Source: Fox News. Yep, something reeks of desperation. But it's not this case. Avenatti's big stink over it is yet another attempt at sticking himself into the spotlight. But it's even more pathetic and desperate as the last time. Perhaps this will teach Stormy to stick to private life. Probably not.